I recently purchased some more bare root plants from box stores, this time Walmart. Started out by opening up the first one. This is Lily of the Valley. I have Lily of the Valley out my dining room door. It's in a very small area. I should have transplanted them last year or divided them up. They're very tight space between the sidewalk and the wall. But these are pink, and I'm anxious to see how they turn out. I opened them up and then kind of spritzed them a little bit. It's got a rubber band on it. I'm gonna go ahead and pot these two up first. I want to spritz them a little more. Tangle those roots. Let's sit for just a minute while I add the soil. Pots. Soil I use is just a mix of peat, some potting soil, if I have some on hand, compost, and some perlite. Actually looks like got two different growth points there. I should be able to cut them in two. This upper one has several different parts coming out on it. 1, 2, 3. I'm still going to stick them in the same pot. Lily of the Valley reminds me of when I was a little girl. We had a few growing around outside our house. But also when I was little, my very first perfume, I think it was a Lily of the Valley scent. I love the smell of it. A little bit. These won't be in here long. Yeah. The next one I have is Bleeding Hearts. I've got it in white and pink. And we used to have them on the north side of our house when we did construction several years ago. Many years ago, I should say. We got rid of them. Not intentionally, I don't believe. At least I didn't do it intentionally. But I'll be thankful to have some back on that north side. Cut it open. industrial strength staples up there at the top. Okay. Do you have rope? Boy, those don't look very promising, those roots. I have to see. Put that in there. And mix it in. These are the pink ones. Okay, I'll get the other one potted up and then do the white one. Sprayed them with water on the top to dampen them, to moisten the soil on top. I'm going to put them on their trays, take them outside, and then bottom water them. And also made sure I labeled the bottoms, or labeled the pots so I know what's what. It's ready to come up. Do it this way. Take that one out in a few minutes. Ready. Set it aside. And the last thing I have to pot up, I bought Sarah Bernhardt peonies. When we first moved here, my goodness, it's been over 30 years ago now. This used to be an old farmhouse, was on our property originally, and our house was built in the early 80s, and we bought it in, I believe it was 1990. And there were peonies all out along the road, several large old bushes of them. And John didn't like peonies, never has. He kept mowing them off until eventually they never came up again. And I wouldn't love to have them. I hated that he did that anyway. And he still doesn't like peonies. I think he's threatened to mow them off, but I said, as long as I have them in the beds and I keep them pruned back, they won't have that flopping that he hates so much from them. There's supposed to be 3 roots in this, and I am not figuring out what is what, because the only thing somewhat looks viable is that one, maybe this one. I don't think there's anything else in this bag that's viable. I use peonies in flower arrangements, and they are just beautiful. I love them. But they do take several years to grow into something that's usable, about 3 years to grow into something you can use. I have about 3 or 4. I have one that is a Sarah Bernhardt that I planted about 4 years ago, that I'm able to use. And about 2 or 3 years ago, I did a few small starts. They were from nursery pots, and they're just now getting the size that's usable this year. I should be able to get something. I have a another pink one, I believe Sarah Bernhardt, and a red one and a white one. I would love to get a start, and that's my plan this spring, is to possibly get a start from one of my mother-in-laws, because she has one. There's a beautiful white one that belonged to her mother. So I just think it would be amazing to be able to have something, because it lasts so long. It came from generations, and then maybe someday use it for my granddaughters. I'm gonna have to go get some more soil to pot the other one up. Let's see how it does. Go get some more soil. This is a quick little product review for Miracle Grow's battery operated sprayer. You see I've taken the top off. I filled it with water this morning. I've had this for about a year. Took the top and I've replaced the battery. Here's where the battery goes. It simply unscrews, goes back together, and we're going to see how well it works. I have my winter sown jugs here that I did last night, and I didn't add water to them when I was doing it like I should have. So I just simply want to spray into it and nothing. Oh no, what if I had the batteries in? Wow, let's check it out. It came with the batteries already in. I said I've had it for about a year. Now it's slimy wet. Switch the batteries around. Didn't pay attention to which way they were in. Honestly, looking at it, it looks as though I put them in correct the first time, but we will see if this works now. Goes back on. Oops. Put it back on. Ah, there we go. I will say this, one thing I have had trouble with in the past with this is tipping it up to squirt. A lot of times it wants to spray horizontally, but when you go vertically, it usually doesn't. It does this. It doesn't want to spray for very long. I know it beats pumping and pumping a hand sprayer. This is also frustrating as well. And you feel like it should, since it's made for plants, be able to tilt down and water your plants. There you have it. Really quickly, I want to show you the bare root plants I have now. This would be the peonies. And I took that extra, I'm not sure what they were at the bottom, mainly like bark. I put those in 3 pots to see if they'll do anything, but I doubt it. But I may get 2 plants out of it. These are the bleeding hearts and the lily of the valley. Bottom watered everything. Back here, I have the Jackmani clematis that I planted up a few weeks ago. Those are for John. I actually dropped one and had to repot it. It's doing okay now. Well, I didn't mean for this to happen. Here's my snowball viburnum. And I'll show you really quickly the plants I have hardening off. These are mainly perennials and some herbs. You'll notice that it's wet down in the bottom. I just got done fertilizing them, so be glad there's no such thing as smell-o-vision. because fish fertilizer really stinks. This is mainly perennials and herbs that I need to get out into the ground. The sage, I have quite a bit of it. I actually took some and made cuttings. So I cut off of these. And these are the ones that I ended up with from it. I have quite a bit of sage this year. Some lavender. These are the delphinium that I tried. The paper towel method. Looks like I only have about 6 left. Let's see how they do. Do you ever have that problem where you put a seed in the ground or in the pot and you don't label it? I don't have a clue what these are. Anybody knows? Let me know. Just received a phone call from my son. He's up at Lowe's and they have grow lights on clearance. I am on my way.